welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video here is strictly about the Eidl grant and loan from the SBA. Guys, if you have not taken the time to do so, please subscribe. It only takes a second of your time to hit that red button that says subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm coming out with great videos like this. You never know what type of information you might need or how you need help doing things. I'm here to help you for free. Also, give me a like or a dislike because it helps the algorithm here on YouTube. And comment if you have a question, if you're confused about something. I'm here to help you. You can always even email me. You can go to my website and just email me if you have a question, and I'll be sure to answer it in the next video. And share this video with your loved ones and your friends in your network, because you never know who may be looking for this type of information. If you guys applied in 2020 for the March round, right, the first round that probably got sent out to people probably in August, if you applied for it, you should have already received an email. The email would have been sent out after the December 2020 bill got passed, okay? And it is for the Targeted Advance Grant. If you did get that email, I'm going to walk you through it as also about the gross budget income that you have to, it's a diagram that they give you and you have to fill that out. I'm going to talk to you about filling that out because that can get you rejected if you fill it out the wrong way. And I'm also, if you have not applied for this Eidl grant, remember, if you are an independent contractor that does side jobs, regardless if you have a sole proprietorship or LLC or a general partnership in place, whatever, C Corp, S Corp, if you don't have any of those things, you can still apply for this grant, okay? So we'll talk about that and we'll cover everything in this video so that you guys can go ahead and get that money, because you know you need that for your business. So in March 2020, there was $1.7 trillion that was passed as a huge stimulus package, right? Out of that stimulus package, there was a couple $1 billion that was put aside for the SBA and businesses, PPP and all of that. December of 2020, you know, when you guys received that $600 that Donald Trump passed, there was another smaller package that was sent off to the SBA. And in March 2021, we got the $1.9 trillion package that was passed, relief plan, right, that was passed by Joe Biden. Now, this is the relief package 2021, right? But in March 2020, that was called the CARES Act package. And December 2020, that was just an extension of the CARES Act package. Just so you guys can understand that. It was not a whole new package in 2020. It was just an extension to the March 2020 package. Now, in this package, for the small business, right, supposedly there's $59 billion for the SBA. If you applied in March, not in March of 2020, that was when that bill was passed, but let's say you applied in like April or May, and you got your money probably like August or something like that, after the summer, you got your money for your business, okay? If you did the Eidl loan at grant application at that time, you should have already received an invitation for the Targeted Advance Grant. And you see this here, Targeted Economic Injury Disaster Loan Advance. And it is an advance. It says Targeted Economic Advance. That's how it'll show up on your email, right? But if you received that invitation, you should have had a link in there to go in there, click, go to the SBA, and this is the only thing about that advance. Okay, we're going to click on here. As you can see, there was $5 billion that was put into this Targeted Advance. Now, this Targeted Advance is only for people that already applied for the first round. Okay, please understand that, because people are going to try to, they're going to look on the SBA website and see, oh, let me click on that and see if I can get that. This is by invite only. So you had to have gotten an email invite in order to apply for this. Okay, this has requirements. First, you need to be living in a low-income community. And there's a map they provide here. See, Sbi Policy Map, right? When you click on it, and you're going to go to the map, right? And let's just enter, I know, a low-income community, Brooklyn, New York. Now, this is a low-income area, right? This is how it's going to show you. This is the map. So when you click on it, as you can see, it says low-income community, right? It has to say, it says, yes, this is a low-income community. So if you live in Brooklyn, New York, and you started a business and you got that first EIDL, right, then you have one qualifying factor. You live in a low-income community. The second qualifying factor is you had to have a decline that was more, here we go, a reduction in business or revenue that was more than 30%. Now listen, it says 30% reduction. This is where the trick sentences come in. If you hit right on that 30%, let's say you last year in March you made $1,000. And this year in March, you made $700, which is 30% of that $1,000, right? You're not going to qualify. If you made $1,000 last year and you made $650 this year for those months, the months of March, you will qualify. So they didn't put that here because they're trying to trick people into not being able to qualify, right? Because of the numbers. But if you really think about it, you need to go below that percentage, way below that percentage, in order to be able to qualify for this. That's the second qualifier. You have to meet, it's saying 30%, but I will tell you to meet at least 35 to 40% in reduction. If you haven't made anything since then, you put 0, which means you got hit really hard, okay? And then the third one is that you must have fewer than 300 employees, right? 300 or fewer employees. That should be easy, right? Because if you're a small business and you only got 8 employees, then that should be a quick qualifier. But just remember, and I'm gonna walk you through that once we get to that step, that you need to at least have a 35 to 40% reduction in business. And I'm going to show you how to fill out that gross budget income form so that you don't get rejected for this loan. And you have to be in a low income community. So as soon as you put your address in, they're going to check that. They're going to see, oh, well, let's see if the first qualifier qualifies them. And if you qualify for that low income, they move on to the next step. Let's see if her revenue loss qualifies her. And if you qualify for that step, then they're going to see your employees. How many employees do they have? Okay. So if you come on to this page on the SBA, which is the COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Loans, right? Over here, it says the EIDL advance is no longer available. Do not listen to that. Okay? Because you can still, they're trying to avoid having more and more people apply for this loan because they already have to deal with the first package of people that got qualified and they have to get them in order. So for them to not be stressed out, which I can understand, but this is their job to help people, right? They're going to put here on the website that is no longer available. However, if you click here to apply, okay, you're going to get taken to the application. Now, mind you, if it was not available, why would they have the application still up? Common sense, guys. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Don't go there and read and be like, damn, it should say no, not available. No, it is available. You just probably not going to see this money into maybe, what we in, March? You're probably not going to see it into May or June. That's because they're working on the last package still. Okay, guys, so what you want to do is you want to click this third option, right? Because you are an individual that either has a sole proprietorship, and that's the general business license, right? That you are by yourself or that you have employees, or this is the biggie because people are like, EIDL may not qualify, I don't really have a business license. Hello, if you are an independent contractor and you receive side money for side jobs, you can apply for this loan/grant, right? Okay, so you want to hit number 3. Don't even worry about everything else. Then you go down here and you want to check all of these, okay? Because you don't, because I'm going through the application with you guys, right? You want to check all of these. You are not in the gambling, child neglect, child support, all of that. You just want to check all of them. Make sure they're all checked. So, is your business owned by a business entity? No. Make sure that is no. You're going to put, if you have a sole proprietorship, okay, and you do business with that, you could do like me, just voicing in publications, okay? But if you are an independent contractor, or if you do have a business license with just your name, you're going to put your name there, okay? Trade name is the same. If you're doing your business, you put your business. If you're doing your name, you do your name. So let's say if you do, once again, so because some people are like, listen, if you are DBA, doing business as a business name, such as Just Voicing in Publications, then you will put Just Voicing in Publications here. If you are doing business as, and then your trade name would be Just Voicing in Publications. But if you're just doing business as yourself, then you will put your name here and then your name here as well, okay? You're going to put your EIN. If you're doing business and you have a tax ID, that's what an EIN is, you're going to put your EIN number here. If you're doing business as yourself, then you will put your social security number. Okay. I'm just doing something real simple because I'm helping y'all out. Organization type. Is it a sole proprietorship? Do you have that license, right? Because you got to have proof of that license. But if you don't have a license, then you just come down here and you click independent contractor, which is what we're going to do for this preview. Is the applicant a nonprofit organization? No. Are you a franchise? No. You make sure that these 2 questions are no. Gross revenue. This is where it gets tricky. Your gross revenue should be more, okay, than your cost of goods. So let's say it's just you, okay, and let's say you made this is a number out here, $33,000. And your cost of goods was probably, I guess, about $12,800. That's how your application should look, okay? Your gross revenue should be much higher, way much higher than your cost of goods. Do not put that your revenue was less than your cost of goods, that you spent more money than you made, okay? Because you will not be approved at all. Your stuff is going in the trash. These 4 right here, you can leave blank. You're going to go to your next. If your place of business is in your home, if you're an Uber driver, taxi driver, whatever, your place of business is in your home, okay? So you're going to put your address and your information there, okay? Make sure you got your telephone number, everything with the red asterisk has to be filled out, okay? If you got another phone that you want to put, you could do that, but it really doesn't matter. You put your email, okay? Your business date has to be way before 2020, okay? Because in order to qualify this, you have to show that your business took a huge hit when COVID started, right? And during COVID. So you want to put something that's maybe a year or 2 prior than 2020. So let's say, for example, you started your business 12/18 of 2019. That's fine, right? That's fine. Or to get even, act like you had your business longer than that, you could put 2018. All right? This current ownership since has to be the same as the date established. It has to be the same. Please put it as the same thing. Don't put something else. Okay? Because automatically it will be rejected. Business activity. Now, if you are an independent contractor just doing little side jobs, you can just come all the way down to where it says personal services, right? and you could list what you did as personal services, right? And we'll go into that in a minute. Or you could go to business services, right? And you would list what you did for business services. So for this example, I'm going to put printing, graphic design. I made logos and all type of stuff for people, and I got paid for it, okay? Your number of employees. If it's just you, do not be greedy. Just put one, okay? However, if you have somebody like helping you from time to time, you can include them, because I'm pretty sure you paid out of pocket to help them, for them to help you. You would put 2, okay, because it's you plus the other person, right? So that you can put 2. And you'll get $2,000 if you get approved for it. Now, we're going to put 2, right? It was me and one other person. The owner. Who is the owner? The owner is you, of course. So you're going to put your name. Do not put the business name if you started the application as your business. You are the owner. You're going to put you. Your title. Of course, you're going to put CEO or owner. You can put CEO or owner. I usually put CEO. Percentage. You have had to have owned the whole company. Okay? Not no split partnership. So you must put 100%. Okay? Just put 100% there. You know what? Just put 100%. You're going to put personal owner social, right? Your date of birth, okay? Place of birth, you want to have that filled out. You have to be a U.S. citizen to get this money. So you have to put yes as a U.S. citizen. And then you put your residential street address. It doesn't matter if your business address and your street address is the same. It doesn't matter, because they know a lot of people are conducting business from home. So they're not going to penalize you for using the same. Okay, that's what that means. All of these must be no. They all include criminal activity and all of that. So you must have no on that, because they real strict behind that. Did anybody assist you? No, you can leave that blank. This is where you put your banking information. Okay? But you want to print it out, whatever you have to do, right? This is what it's going to look like. Application submitted. They are not going to email you to tell you, hey, we're going to send you a grant. They're not going to email you. They're not going to tell you anything. Okay? All they're going to do is send you your money if you get approved. And it usually takes about 3 to 5 business days. Okay? Now, if you get approved for the loan, yes, you will get an email states, congratulations, you've been approved for up to $10,000 small business loan for your business. Would you like to proceed? And then it'll give you the instructions to proceed. You got to upload all your information, paperwork, documents, all of that in order to get that loan. Mind you, there is an interest rate on the loan. They do give you time to pay it off or whatever. But remember, that's a loan. You have to pay that back. With the grant, you're not paying it back. But you would have gotten an email like this, right? And then it says businesses eligible for the targeted EIDL advance. Just like I told you guys in the beginning, you must have be in a low income community. You must have economic loss greater than 30%. See, the email, if you really read it right, it tells you greater than 30%. Cannot be 30%. Please don't let those words confuse you, because they like to be confusing people. Must be greater than 30%. So when you do your spreadsheet, which I'm going to show you what it looks like, you need to make sure that those numbers for this year are 35 to 40% reduction from last year. That is going to tell you to make sure to double check all when you go in here and you click on this, because this is like I said, it's by invitation only. So you're not going to find this on the SBA website. You're going to find the information, but you're not going to find a link to go click for it, because you have to have gotten this email in your email. Okay? You click on this in your email. So you can go to your email in the search bar, type in EIDL. Just maybe you have missed it or something like that, but you guys should have already received it. I know they're still sending emails out, but you should have already received it by now. And you go in there, you click on this in your email, and all these emails are generated for you with the information that you were provided on that first application back in 2020. When this opens up, it's going to run down through all them questions that we just went through inside of the application, right? You click all your same answers. On the bottom, like the second to last page is going to show you what you was given, right? What you was approved for and what you was sent out, what was already sent out to you, because you should have received it in 2020. And yeah, and then it's going to have you submit it. When you submit it, then you will get the confirmation that looks like this, right? Let me do it real quick so you guys don't see my number, but it'll say this, and it was submitted, and then they'll get back to you, okay? You're not going to get an email saying, hey, you got approved for the targeted advance loan. No, they're not going to do any of that. They're just going to put the money in your account if you were accepted, okay? If you were approved for it. So as promised, I'll show you guys that I was going to walk you through how to fix this in your application. Now, mind you, this is only for the targeted EIDL economic grant, okay? This is only for that. So, for 2019, now mind you, they're only calculating from over here to over here, right? From like June or July, they're going to probably start calculating from to now. But you're going to still fill this out, okay? So for January, you may say you made $1,500, okay? And for January of 2020, you know, you could say you made such and such amount of money. Maybe if you only made $1,500 here, maybe over here you made $2,000. Remember, it doesn't matter because they're not calculating on January or February. In March, that's when you have to start switching stuff up. Let's say you made $1,500 in March, okay, for your small business. And in 2020 for March, you only made about $500. That is more than a 35% reduction. So real quick, this is what you do. You fill out this information over here. It doesn't matter if it's greater, if it's a very large number, it doesn't matter. But when you move over here, you have to make sure that you divide and you calculate that 30, do not put 30. Do in your calculator 35%. We'll divide April's amount by 35%, and you will put it here, whatever that number is. Okay, so that real quick, real simple, how to go ahead and this is only in the EIDL targeted advance with the invitation that you guys are going to receive in your email. Check your email. This is going to be in that application. Okay, it's at the very end, the very last page, and you fill it out, and you make sure that this area all the way to January 2011 is all 35% or more. If you zero, put 0. Okay, it says right up here, it says if there was a period where if there were no sales, you put 0. So you put it 0. Okay, you don't have to put anything other than that. I hope I helped you guys out with this video, and listen, I hope you prosper, and I hope you get this money for your business or for your home, even though you're supposed to use it for your business. But a lot of people right now are struggling. So if you get the money, use it wisely. Subscribe, like, comment if you have a question, right? Share this video because somebody else may need to see it and may have did their application wrong and may be wondering why I did my application wrong, right? Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.